And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now we give running left. It's Bettis. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike's 15, Mike's 15.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
First down, Patriots.
64, weak. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Switch. Hey, exit. 98 to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98. Hey, foxtrot. Yo, faster.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they give this time to the tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Look, please. Hey, Alpha. Go. Go get him. Ready.
2nd and 15. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7. Leo.
No.
Greystone, travel.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were trying to go to Brown once again. And that takes us from second to third down.
He's checking. Crash. Watch twist.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood.
98 to Mike. Coverage. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a
touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to read.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. 82 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
49, check 49, check 49. 6-6, pull it high. Smooth.
95 the same. No, check his mic. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Hey! Hey, orbit.
Check 3. Check 43.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Slam.
On 1st down, Beckwith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Nice 15. I'm scared. Watch 15. Mike 15.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15.
On 3rd down, Beckwith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Watch 98.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for New England. 59 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Crouch. Crouch. Crouch.
Look at me. Zipper.
Back to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Go. Go. Now.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On the ready.
At the 6.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the slant. Shift.
And to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. 22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. On the ball.
A run right side, it's Bettis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day. Rush in. Rush in.
'54's Mike. '54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Chance.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, fighting off the defender. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Beckwith. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Stand.
Tighten up.
Hey.
Watch safety screen.
Rock it.
Safety screen.
Looking to throw. Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Go. Hey, Sam off.
Check 52.
Hey, seam 6. 5.
They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer.
31, Patriots 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Check.
They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch, hey. Mike 15.
On 3rd down, Beckwith. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over.
Ready, set.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Greystone, travel.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash. You go tight. You got tight.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, 61. Matchbox.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hey, wahoo.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, check. Go.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. So we got man. 198.
Hey, exit.
98's the mic. Let's go. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. 3 buzz.
Head up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Shift. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. I got you, boy.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beckwith. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready up. Get him on. West. Right 54. Bend it. Switch. Zoom.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check. Watch the twist. Kill. Turn it. Extreme. Wide. Get wide.
He's got a first down past the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's coming. Double up.
Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Mike's by 4. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
You don't want no problem.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run on first down. Beckwith. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beckwith. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Look at me. Go. Get it.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back. The front put pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
X3, 218, chop it.
They can't hang with us. 198.
Right, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Okay. Go. You got to get moving, man. Man, move.
On 1st down, Smith. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts.
And down he goes. goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Check 90.
Check 9, check 1, go.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Sponge. 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 There he goes.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own them. We own them. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's echo, echo. One set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep. Don't let him breathe.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Pilot, 64, weak.
Check the backer.
Hey, Alpha. Snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Let's go, V, let's go.
Hey!
198, watch 98, 98 to Mike. 65, 65, 65.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Pull it together. Hey, alert 3, alert.
Yep. Hey, Haywood.
Goose.
Hey, lock it. Look, squeeze.
Check. Jim.
Fire.
They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
A gain of 31 yards. 1st down, Patriots.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check hot. 198.
Leo.
Touchdown.
Let's go.
Twist.
Smith.
198, watch 98, 98 to Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Recon, 132 fighter.
95
Hey, orbit.
Let's go, 1-1. 95 is Mike, watch 95.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
You're out.
Me in your nightmares.
Show it.
Hit it.
He'll drop to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Ready.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Switch up. 198, watch 98, 98 to Mike. Check tight end.
Back to throw here. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point.